Hi, I'm Andreas. I'm the community manager for Jagged Alliance Flashback. Today I'm here to introduce to you the Tactical Overload update, which we just released. The reason why there's no trailer is basically because we didn't have time to make a trailer because of vacation and Gamescom. But we thought we might as well do a dev diary so we can get you updated on what's to come. We wanted to share some bit more information about the view cones and the interrupt system, as well as the quick slots or quick pockets that we're adding to the game. We've also given the tactical user interface a complete overhaul, so Roman is going to tell you more about that. And some of the level designers are going to tell you more about some of the sectors that they're adding to this current update. So, enjoy!
Welcome everyone, my name is Roman. I'm producer on Jagged Alliance Flashback. I'm going to run you through some of the features for the upcoming update. One thing we introduced are view cones for the units. Every unit has a view direction and a view cone, so you can hover units to see what areas they approximately see right now. Also we have interrupts, so I can go into interrupt mode, which allows me to, when the enemy moves and I'm in interrupt mode, interrupt his action and shoot. Also the enemy can do that, so here you can for instance see that this enemy is an interrupt. So if I take my special agent and run towards this enemy, I'll probably get interrupted and shot at, as you can see here. But he didn't hit me, so I'm just gonna go in front of here and we'll try to hit him next turn with my fist if I don't die, which is pretty likely. But also melee combat is new in this update, so we can hit people with knives and fists. We have like some machetes for you. If I hover him normally, his view cone is large and he can see nearly 160, 170 degrees. If I go into interrupt mode, my view cone decreases because it simulates readying your weapon. And what's also interesting is that depending on what kind of weapon I carry at the point I go into interrupt, changes the time it needs for me to trigger an interrupt. So if I choose the Belt Eagle, my reaction timer is 5, so if an enemy spends 5 action points worth of actions inside the view cone, I'm gonna get an interrupt. If I take this Garand, which is a pretty long range rifle, much slower, not so high mobility rating, my reaction time is 14, so before I get an interrupt, then we would have to spend 14 action points worth of actions within my view cone before I could interrupt his actions. So of course I'll choose my handgun, which also makes them still viable in late game and end game, even though the range is not good, but I'm here pretty close. I want this interrupt in case they shoot at me or move out of cover. You can also see here is an interrupt. I'm going to end my turn. Let's see what happens. As expected, I'll get shot. One thing we also introduced, you can see here, is the hearing system. So I basically heard this guy shooting. Even though there would be a wall, I could hear him behind the wall. So we have a perception value for all mercenaries, so you can hear things, hear them moving behind walls and so on. Yeah, that was basically it. I got an interrupt now with Flea because he shot. That triggered my interrupt. You can see interrupt mode is running. We're still working on the UI to improve things. So unfortunately, it didn't move out of cover, but I'll shoot him anyway now with my gun. I've noticed that while interrupt mode I cannot change the weapon. It would allow you to exploit the system, and it's not meant that you ready a weapon and then, oh yeah, I'll take off my rocket launcher now and I got a clear shot. So you're restricted to the weapon you chose. I can of course run away, change my stance, reload, those things are possible. So I'm getting some good shots at this guy. The other mercs I cannot select because the interrupt is only for this mercenary. One thing more before this quick preview is over is the melee. So I basically can just hit people in the face, and I'll demonstrate that now. So let's see if I can beat them up. Of course I can also hit at the head or something, and I've got a pretty strong fist. Right now it's probably overpowered. It's some play testing and testing in general. I wanted to talk to you about the quick slots we have in the upcoming update. So as you can see here, this merc has 2 quick slots and I can freely change weapons in these quick slots without AP cost even during combat. Then opening the inventory, I can equip different vests, of course, Kevlar vests and so on. And some of these vests now give me additional quick slots. So a vest can give you between 0 and 3 quick slots, and pants can give you between 0 and 1 additional quick slots. So you have a maximum of 2 primary slots and 4 quick slots. What does that mean? It means that I can now put a grenade in his hand as well and switch to his grenade. And so I can switch to them quickly. I don't have to spend action points, which is a big thing in terms of combat, because if you open your inventory, move things around here, it's going to cost you a lot, so you most likely can't do anything else. And that way we create, by creating different armor variations, some with very heavy armor, a lot of protection but less quick slots, some light armor with a lot of quick slots, we create an interesting trade-off. Do I want a heavy guy with like 1 or 2 weapons only? Or do I want a more versatile person that has a lot of grenades he can throw, or also a knife in his hand for melee combat? And that's basically the idea behind it. To think before you go into battle, what am I going to equip this mercenary with? What is he going to do in the heat of battle? That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sylvia and I'm a 3D artist and level designer here at Full Control, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that we've been working on for the past couple of months. For this next update, we've unlocked the entire south part of the San Hermanos island, and you'll have a lot of levels where you can be able to move freely and hire mercenaries and complete quests and get rewards. We have a lot of different levels. For example, we have a desert level here, and which can get a little difficult because there are only a couple of places where you can take cover. You can advance into the island and find the swampy area, which is actually 2 levels, and then go to a big city. It's called Tio, which is spread through 3 levels, where you'll find a lot of NPCs, and you are going to be able to talk to them and take their quests and get the rewards for those quests. In the southeast part of the island, we have Sosa Fortress, which Robin is going to tell you more about it later. And we also have a few secrets in these levels, like a bear's pit and a crocodile farm, but you'll have to go in the levels and discover those for yourself. We also have a mine, Mad Thunder Mine. It's in the east part of the San Hermanos island, and I'm going to show it to you now. So we are in the Mad Thunder Mine sector. This is a resource sector, so if you control it, you will be able to earn money. You start the level in the west, from the west part. This is the only entry and exit point because the entire mine is surrounded by rock walls. So you advance into the level and you'll find the main entrance, which might be heavily guarded, so a good idea is to explore the level a little bit more and find an easier way inside the mine. So for example, you can find a broken fence, or you can break the fence by yourself and get inside. Here you also will have a lot of places where you can take cover, and you will be able to hire a merc. She is an ex-Bolivian wrestler and she can join your mercenary team. Also for this level we had to build a few custom props. For example, we made these mine carts and the mine tracks, and also this mine elevator. Yeah, so this was the Mad Thunder Mine sector. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I'm Robin and I'm a level designer here at Full Control. Today I'm going to show you sector K11, which is Sosa Fortress. It's a military outpost built on top of a Spanish 7th century fortress. And we have a bit of new and old stuff mixed together. This is the main entrance to the base. I wanted it to be hard to attack, so I placed little cover around the entrance. We also have this smaller entrance over here, which might be easier to attack since it has a little more cover spread around it. Then you could move your way through these ruins, for instance, and make your way to the center of the base, which is this storage depot. And it's an important place to hold in the map since it's the center of the sector, and it offers great cover and has great visibility throughout the rest of the base. Then we have a secret tunnel over here, which might lead somewhere, maybe. We'll see. And that's the overview of the map. Basically, if you find an entrance point, you could work your way through from there. And I try to make sure that there are many paths to choose from, and that there's always another place to go through. Yeah, and I wanted it to feel like you're retaking this base and rediscovering these ruins for yourself. And yeah, that's a basic short overview of Souls of Fortress. Thank you very much for listening.
So I hope you enjoyed this quick run through of the new update. The road ahead will be updating some of the stats and skill systems, as well as adding some mercenary roles and a whole lot of other stuff and content. We'll also be adding a lot of the Kickstarter content and responses and mercenaries and stuff like that. There's still some of you who haven't responded to the survey, so I really hope that you get to do that fast, because we're implementing it right now. We've also just created the box art for the physical box, and I guess that's a good image to end off with. So that's what we're going to end with, and I hope you enjoyed this dev diary, and looking forward to sharing more info with you later. Bye!